Alright, welcome back. It's another day. And today I need to continue with testing tweens. Right now, the current state of tweens is we've got a function that just tries things. Right now, this one, we made a resource to help with making it per attack. The thing I like about tweens is that once you initialize them, you don't actually have to continue running them, which is really cool. So let's run the project and see where we're at. Right now, we pass through walls, but we have a specific tween that does the thing we want it to do. It also does it in air, which we can deal with later. Um, and doesn't even do the direction we want, so. Okay, let's see, first off, what happens if I remove the as relative part. Relative to each other. Yeah, so that is kind of needed. But this is also position. What if I try a velocity? What happens with this? Wrong button. Okay, that's cool. What if I add a tween that's 0 seconds here, has the displacement, okay. Yeah, actually, let's see what happens there. Okay, so that set both bug values. Set it instantly, which is nice. But that angle is wrong. So let's go to the actual attack that's using it and see what's happening in these. So it's saying X is one thing and then Y is another thing. And they're different numbers for both. So why is the velocity still changing? Still changed there. Not sure. From what I understand, it should be this happens, so it sets the velocity initially to 0. Sorry, in 0 seconds to 100 in x. And then the second one, it would do it for 30 frames. Then it would go back in the loop. Again, set the velocity to negative 100y. And as relative. Let me read the as relative a little bit more. As relative. The final value will be used as a relative value. I think it's probably part of the tween property. Yeah, so final value. Okay, interesting. Well, since it's velocity, should it be relative? Let's see first without this line and then second with it. That's just weak. Okay, try again. How far am I actually traveling? I think that's less than the position. And it's very different. Because why is it teleporting so far? If I comment this out, what happens? Oh, that's because it's doubling up on the thing. You know, the velocity is interesting. And what's really nice about the velocity is it doesn't run through the wall, which is the nicest part. But it just doesn't go anywhere. Okay, if the velocity is 100 for 30 frames, then theoretically I should be moving 300 minutes, I think. But I'm not 100% sure. Let's see, what's the jump? That's the jump height. It's the same as the jump height, I think. Use the mouse as a reference. Pretty much the same, really. Well, I think the jump height might be a different number. Maybe negative 300. So it would be this. Yeah, negative 300 for the velocity of the jump, while the displacement is still listed at 100. Meaning, how far are we actually traveling with that? Script. Let me go back to this one. Let's go to this is the player script. If it has an input manager, is it called input component? Okay. If input component exists, then print position. Run it again. Okay. So about 0. Okay, about 54. Run it. Okay. You can tell. Down, down, forward, forward, right kick. So the tween already started, apparently. So I should probably check when that starts. Let's see. Does it have, when does it start attack? Yeah, okay, it just starts when print current attack name. So on this frame, it starts. It's printing something else as well. I don't know what that is. Oh, I know it's just this stuff. So that's 6 frames. So from about negative 53, go back to the thing. Frame 6. No, dang it. Always on top. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yep. So from 53-ish to, which I might assign that to closely floating point number problem. Or 9 to 45. So it's like about 50 for velocity 130 frames. Why is that? Position 1 to position 2 divided by 2. I believe that's the velocity formula. So velocity equals distance over time. The velocity is 100, and the time is 30 frames, just half of a second. So the displacement is about 50. In that logic, if we change this to 50, we should move a quarter. Or if we change it to 100, keep this at 100 and do it in 15, we should move a quarter. So from that distance, I think is good. Yeah, so from negative 27 down to negative 4. Negative 27 and 4. And it's not, it's about, okay. What I can do is distance and speed. I might want to edit the resource now then. Stack animation.resource. So that can't just be displacement. That can't be just time anymore. Since I need to use velocity, I need a distance. If I want to move a specific distance, and I want to change how fast that is, so time in frames, displacement, the time would be calculated, or would it be, or would the velocity be just calculated? I think velocity would be calculated. Func calculate velocity. Colon, and then brackets, then colon, new line, displacement divided by time in frames. And this is returning a float. Or a vector too. Okay. So now if I go to the attack manager where the things are being called, and instead of putting part dot displacement, I call part dot calculate velocity instead. And I do time in frames like that. Hopefully it does what I want it to do now, which is achieve the same displacement for the distance. Oh gosh, that's worse by a lot. Displacement divided by frames. Divided by 60. See if that just works. Wait, nope. Let's put brackets here. Nan. Oh, good grief. Okay, that seems about right. And we're running into the wall, which is perfect. There we go. Now we can animate our player a bit more. Okay, so then I need to do what? The animation to work from the sides that it's supposed to go. I might want to make a small function for calculating it. Um, let's go to the player script, remove the print line. But actually, let me print the vector left. Just want to see. Does it have a 0? Yeah, unfortunate. Okay, it's not usable for removing the left, or the sign portion of left right. That would be problematic. Okay. Alright, next up, what? So I need to get the directions to work, which requires going to the attack manager, and then making the velocity calculated with right or left. Can I add right is underscore facing right? And this is a bool that decides if facing right. Um, Return this default, else is false. So first off, displacement.x, so this needs to be part of a vector2 that has displacement.x times -1, comma, displacement y, and both of that is like that, all quotes, and else, colon, else, return push error. Well, first I need to push an error, but it return wouldn't go there. Push error, return vector 2.0. I don't think I should ever see this, but if I did, that would be very bad. Okay, calculate velocity. We have host dot is facing right. Let's see if that works. Right. Okay, I down horse to go forward left, down horse to go forward right. Alright, that is doing it. Okay. That's awesome. So now we have animations that work regardless of direction and can be affected by collision, which is cool. So specific. Okay. Um, how many frames is this? This is, no, wrong one. This is 8 frames. That's not realistic, but hey, it's there. I like this. I really like this. I really like this. I should print or do something. So if it's not empty, then tell me that information. If it is empty, tell me a warning that attack has no animation. Quotation marks. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, let me bring this to get velocity. Because that's shorter. Additionally, I don't want this to be like get time, so I don't have to make the mistake every time. Dot get time. Go to the resource. Func get underscore time. And then return this time in frames divided by 60. This should return a float. And I can just call get time here. Oh, what happened? What did I change that did this? That makes no sense to me. Okay, run this. If this breaks, then I'm assuming it's because I used an integer, not a float. Run this. No. Okay. Wait, no, we get velocity inherently calls get time. So this, run it, try it again. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't like that. It's like this. It's because I'm using frames. God damn it. Get time. Okay. I kind of like this. I kind of like this system a little bit. It doesn't really show how to. Or wait, no. Does it show how to? No. Sorry, no. It doesn't show the travel distance, so I might want to make a tool script for this. Um, Now the next question is, where does this get placed? And the next question for that also is, how do I interrupt this? So when I start an attack, I should start an animation for attacking. But when I want to stop this forcefully, I need to kill it, which means either I start another attack, so like that, or I kill it on hitting a hitbox. So let's go into the testing scene. Let's add a hitbox. Hitbox area. Give it a collision shape. Shape. Rectangle here. Let me see what happens when I already hit. Okay. No, not that hitbox area. Attack data, new attack data. Is it going to set it to disabled? I don't think so. Oh no, it might set it to disabled already, or this disables from some other thing. Okay, stun type, basic, error, mid, log stun duration, 5, block back to extends 10, 100, hit stun duration 1000, negative 400 this way, and negative 1000 in X. Hit stop frames 3, damage 200. What's my player got for health? 500. Let's make this 1000, please. Okay. Here. Cool. Not that one. No, 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 this one. Cool. Alright. If I walk into this, what happens? Nothing. Is its collision shape defined correctly? Collision, player. Let's try. Gosh darn it. So because it assumes an attacker, it's a bit of a problem. Does it have to be the host? Can't it just be the parent? Doesn't have to be an entity based, can be a node 2D. Run it, walk into it. Parent on null. Really? Really? How? Because the attack manager is null. Oh, okay. That actually doesn't let me do it. Okay, huh. Well, does it have to be the attack manager specifically? First off, where are you? We have 8 calls. Oh, goodness. Oh, you have hit exceptions, but that's a property that I added. Doesn't area have hit exceptions? Yeah, collision shape should have hit exceptions. So self dot exception. Let me hitbox area, extends collision shape, which should have some kind of exceptions property. Okay, is it something else? Collision exceptions. Get collision exceptions. Uh, yeah, physics bodies have it. Add collision exception with. Can I remove collision exceptions? Add underscore code. Self dot add underscore. What the hell? Oh, that's a bit of a problem. So it doesn't actually have one. Why? Why does it not have one? Oh, and I made it exceptions for attack manager because I didn't want all of the hitboxes to work. Ah, damn it. How I set it up makes this a problem. And then the projectile hitbox doesn't work either, I don't think. Hmm. What do you do to it? You don't do anything as far as I can tell, other than set the stun manager. You might reset it so that it doesn't. No, it doesn't disable. Okay. It is 12:59. Dismiss. Hmm. Yeah, and let's see. Anyone disable? Pretty much everything. Okay. Might need to make a standalone hitbox that does something similar. It doesn't have this version of the damage. Hmm. Damage function, a high-low check, a block check, a fixed color, add hitbox. There's a big amount of stuff. Alright, let's just try to work around this then. So variable player has a stun manager, has a health. Also have a hurt box. And how did I take damage? Attack manager. Um, okay. Health, do you take damage? You have a change health function. Where is it called? Stun manager. I don't think so. A hitbox, maybe. Okay, so this is what I'm calling it. It's area.health.change health attack data.damage. So if I remove the script from this one, I should just delete this node. Add area 2D. Give this a script. Hit active hitbox. Um, create. Reciprocal script. Yeah. Let's extend area 2D for this. On underscore area. Let me connect the signals this way. On area entered. And go to yourself. Connect. On body entered. Okay. I need to click on self. Connect on body entered. If area dot. How did I do the check? Let me go to the attacks. Attacks? Or something else. Hitboxes. Hitbox area. Do. Health bot changed. What checks do we have for it to actually have a health function? If area is a hurt box, okay. That's the only check. If area is hurt box area, change health, attack, damage, and then shift at, export var, attack data. That takes attack data. Then indent these. Do this. Give this a collision shape. Give this a shape. And theoretically this should work as long as we get this actual attack data. So, medium 10, 100, 30, 1,000, negative 100, negative 1,000, negative 400, stop frames 5, damage 100, run it. Now if I walk into the hitbox, which didn't do anything. Why? It looks enabled to me as well. Okay. Print chip debug entered. Entered. Oh, I also need to call the stuns and stuff, which is some of the other stuff there. Do 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 do. Let's just do this. Do this, see if it actually fixes it. Yep, cool. We can actually kill our player. Um, those are not very far away, which is a thing I'm not cool with. What? Let's see if you do the stun that I want. You do something, but apparently it's not a lot, which is not what I was expecting. Also, I think I got the direction backwards. Active hitbox, 1-1. If area dot host, god damn it. Does the hurt box not have reference to host? It has health, so I used that, I think. It's calling it 3 times, which I can totally understand why. The different hitboxes and hurtboxes are overlapping at the same time because I disabled the ability to change them. But yeah, no, they're moving. They're moving the character in a way, and it's good to have this as a thing that exists. Um, in the script, I might as well just func underscore array just to have this script actually exist. Mm. Um, enter on enter. So um, on area entered. I forget. I don't actually remember. Go to the hitbox, grab the connect lines, bottom, area entered, body entered. They are both the same. And it just calls damage. So active hitbox. Okay, all this. Active hitbox class. Okay. Retroactively class name this and extend it on the regular hitboxes because if I can and this works, it would be kind of funny to me. But cool. If I remove this, go to inspector, stop it. Any errors? Any problems? Um, any frame data changes? No, 47 still, really. Oh, cool. That's another way to get the thing off me. Okay. My kick is still kicking itself pretty simply. But yeah, that air stun, which is because it's just the default air stun. Okay, no, that's fine. All right, yeah. So I just can do that because it isn't bad, apparently. Cool. Um, save. Honestly, how did this change? It pretty much didn't. All the numbers are the same. It's just that it's a different thing that isn't that different. Amazing. I love it. So stupid that it worked, but sure. Alright, but now I have what I can use as a permanently active hitbox if I want to hurt the player. Um, I called it active hitbox, and maybe I should call it to something else. Where'd the script go for this thing? It went here. This should be moved to. I'll move it to base classes? Or should it go somewhere else? So we got component scripts and component for other things. Let me rename this to be like this. I think it matches the rest of those and these. Average as active hitbox. Okay, and then go to active hitbox. Save it. And check here. It's fine. Okay. We have an active hitbox for just the player getting hit. It just does triple the damage it should because the health component is being called 3 times by every area that's getting hit, which I'm a little annoyed by. Give you another 0 here. What should I do about that? Because it now calls into the question. Wait, no, I already have a thing for that. It's called dealing exceptions. Uh, I should note that little bit of information in the active hitbox. This will be called multiple times on a player if more than one hurt box is hit because there is no exception check here. So we get the health for the hurt boxes because the thing that's going to have a hurt box is even going to have health as well. Um, I like the idea of exports, but I don't know if it's really the best now at this point. Because at this point, I'm thinking maybe I should have a signal. But I don't know. Signal doesn't allow me to reference the thing I was using as much because I would just have to export it again. Okay. No chat message. Also no chat message. Cool. Or this is connecting to chat. God, gosh darn it. Why is it not fast? It's not instant. They have no fins. Makes sense. Started opening chat because I saw someone followed, but I guess it doesn't matter if I see something or not. What are those arrows? How the hell did you do that? How? Who said you could do that? How did you do that? Should this all be indented? Warning, it has no animation. Okay, that fixes that problem. Cool. Alright. No, no big errors, which is fine. Let me run again. Why are you not doing it? Down, quarter circle, forward, light kick. Has stuff, though. So why are you not doing it? Well, in that case, it's just always going to happen because there is a tween that's been created. So then if I just call it and then try to do it, it works for this, but does it work for that? Nope. It gives me two errors, one of which is there's no tween. So the tween needs to be created before we... So it needs to be created after the kill step. Alright, let me just create a tween immediately. Equals creating... Oh, that's annoying. Tweens work, but how do we get the thing to work without giving me an error for this? Does this replace the tween? Okay. When I want to start an attack, kill the current tween. Okay. Gets killed. Then, if tween else tween dot create tween. Let me try putting this all here. So, if there's already a tween, kill it, and then create a new tween. Then loop through and try to loop through and do the tween if there's one. Although, and else if there is no tween, start a tween. I press light kick, I get two. If I press the and one with the animation, I get 0. Okay. So we removed the cause of the thing having no animation of no tweens. Or we moved it so that it doesn't get called. Never mind. No, that's not all. That's incorrect. But we made a bit of progress. So now I just need to deal with this error that is getting called when there is no tweeners, which is essentially if this, then you're valid to do this. Um, push, push if there's a warning, and just return. Yeah, but if it does have the ability to have a tween, kill the previous tween, start a tween, and then oh, since we did the check up there, this check doesn't need to exist. Um, this doesn't need to exist, and this can go back to indents. And then if we try it, light kick gives me one error, which I assume is the no animation. Yeah. And then the special move should give me 0. Yeah, okay. And works in both directions. Hold up. Yeah, no, actually I don't have a way to do the tween yet. What is this thing's attack? So negative 400 for Y, and it's not even moving anywhere. Why? That's supposed to be distance, not whatever it's doing. Goodness, it's not moving anywhere. Because it's basic and not launched. Negative 4,000. It's not going anywhere as far. Why? We have an attack data that's exported, but why is it not going anywhere at all? Kick launch. It launches for sure, but I'm not going anywhere compared to this. Yeah, override. What is that even set to? The heavy kick launch attack is set to negative 5,000 for why? Why are this so high? Why is it so damn high? Good grief. Did I put an extra zero somewhere? What's light kick got for its stun distance? It's got 2,000. Why are they so high? This is nowhere near the pixel amount that it should be going. My gosh. Control F. Control F. Hit. Back. Slow back. Okay. In the attack manager, there's nothing. In an attack, there's nothing. In a hitbox, there's a call, which is there, which is not good. Attack manager. Okay. Health. Stun manager. Two. There are two calls here. Hitbox, distance vector, and okay. I've set it to speed. Oh, okay. That's where part of the problem is. Speed is the position divided by time, which is not the displacement that we actually want. That's for both launch and basic type. Distance equals velocity times time. So in that case, velocity divided by distance would give 1 over time. No, okay, so Velocity would be equal to distance over time, which it is. However, remaining duration is an inch. Remaining frames. Okay, that's set in stone, right? Yeah, you changed. Equals attack data stun duration. That's in frames. It should be multiplied by 60, I think. Times 60 times 60. Hold on. Speed. So distance time multiplied by time is not speed. Distance over time. Alright. Number of frames. Is that enough? I don't think so. Right. So if this remaining duration is at the hit stun duration, which is usually in frames, um, it's doing it correctly for the frames, but it's not doing it correctly for the speed. Distance duration, and then duration divided by speed. So then this should be divided by 60, divided by 60, divided by 60, save. Just those two. And the block stun one. Okay. Run it. That went nowhere. That's going nowhere. Instead of divided by 60, multiply by 60. Yep, I was expecting a whole lot farther initially. 200. Go to this thing, change it to like 100 and 400. Negative 400. Run it. See what it looks like. It's still on screen. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Negative 50. It should be about the height of a jump. Yep. Time scales, man. Time. 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 If I'm given frames, I need to convert that to seconds, which means I need to change it by 60 frames a second by dividing frames. No, if I'm given frames, alright, I have 8 frames. I divide that by 60 frames a second, which would inverse the frames. That would give me frames over frames times seconds. So then why didn't that work initially? Is it because I was calculating speed with time? And the stun manager? Why isn't this multiply, not divide? Because it's already divided, right? So duration in frames, frames times 60. It's not 60 seconds per frame. No, it's 60 frames per second. 8 frames times 60 makes less sense because it's not bracketed. It's bed mass. So if I do divide here, put brackets, it should be the same as long as I do a point zero here. Because I don't want to confuse myself and make my math seem contradictory. Yep, okay. Bed mess. It's really annoying to deal with sometimes. Okay. I think I might want to end it there. Are you there? Let me just start typing out some of the stuff we did. So, used tweens for animation. Check out the animation interruptible. Interruptible. Okay. And then in Discord, some kind of update. Probably. Yeah, but for the most part, I'm basically done for today. For tomorrow, I want to make an animation interruptible. Um, interruptible by getting hit. We already have interruptible by pressing another animation, which is good. Okay. Um, make animation not interruptible by input during attack, except when attack is cancelable at that time, which means we're gonna have to do buffer testing as well. Um, Before we disappear for that, right now I have a cancelable attack, so I should double check for that its script. Uh, okay, can combo. When is it enabled and disabled? When the end frames are active frames. Okay. Yeah. So there's just a boolean that's perfect for it. And can combo allows me to start an attack. If I am able to combo, I can just start the attack, I believe. Alright. I think everything works here how I want it to, and should be compatible with everything else. So I will now close Godot and say goodnight. Bye bye.